So, quick story on how I became the new owner of this Mazdatrix 10A engine. If you guys remember back on part 4 on the Mazda R100 build video, the stock 10A that came with the R100 was beyond repair. So soon after I made that video, I quickly started sourcing out any 10A parts that might be available. I checked online, called up a few friends of mine, and to no surprise, it was hard to come across any parts. The only thing I was able to actually come across were 2 good rotors, and that was it. So I quickly started looking at the 12A Twin Dizzy to see what was interchangeable, and I did notice that the side housings were very similar to the 10A, and yes, they are interchangeable, but they did have some step wear. So I called up Mohan from KMR to see if he could just give him a lap for me, and which he did. Just took him a couple weeks to get them done, but he eventually got them done. Called me up, said, "Hey, they're done. Come and pick them up. I'll be at Mazdatrix if you want to stop by there." So I was like, okay. I mean, I figured, Mazdatrix, I could just go and buy some, sealed springs or whatnot for the 10A, and just stock up on any parts, and just once I have everything ready, build that 10A. So I make my way in. I see the side housings. They're nicely lapped. They're looking good. So Kyle and I, we were just talking 10A stuff, and I asked him if he knew anyone that had a eccentric shaft. Because like I said on the old video, part 4, you guys can see that eccentric shaft. It's just heavily pitted, can't be repaired. So Kyle quickly said no, he doesn't know anyone. So at that moment, Dave Lemon walks in, and Kyle sees him, and he asks him, "Hey, do you know anyone with the eccentric shaft that could be usable for this guy's 10A engine?" And Dave Lemon shuts his eyes, stares up at the ceiling, and then looks back down at me and says, "No, I don't know any. The only one that I know of is the one that's on display back there." So I quickly turn around and look at the 10A, and I look at Dave and I ask him, "Well, how much do you want for the eccentric shaft?" And that was just me just having fun with him. I didn't think he was really gonna put a price on it, but he puts a price on it, and I look at him and I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of money. I can't pay that much for it. And it wasn't a couple $100. It was like a lot. And he looks at me and he goes, "No, for the whole engine." And the moment he says the whole engine, everybody in Mazdatrix just stops what they're doing, and their jaw just drops, and mine does too. So I'm like, okay, for the whole engine, all right, yeah, I'll buy it. And I quickly pull out my wallet, and I didn't have any cash, so I pull out the credit card, just put it right on the counter, and everyone's just like silent looking. They just don't know what's going on. They can't believe Dave just decided to sell the 10A engine at this, in my opinion, it's like killer deal. And Dave, I guess he kind of backtracks, and just like I could tell in his face, he's like, "Oh shoot, I just sold him the 10A engine at a ridiculously low price." But Dave Lemons, he's a really good guy. He stuck to his word, and he just proceeded to sell me the 10A engine. But he did funny thing that throughout this whole transaction, he just kept repeating like, "Hey, I don't know what's going on in that engine. Once you buy it, you can't return it. You can't bring it back. There's no warranty on it." And the whole time I just kept saying, "Yeah, that's not a problem. I'm not worried about it. I'll just have it as on display if I have to, And as we walk towards the 10A, he's repeating that, and he's like, "Yeah, you can't return it." And I'm like, "Don't worry about it. I'll that's my problem now." and we bring it off the stand, and he's like repeating it. Hey, there's no warranty, you can't return it. So I think he just kind of got cold feet, but like I said, he's a good guy. He stuck to his word, and we went ahead and finished the transaction. So let me back up a little bit on this story too. So this engine's been there for over 30 years on his showroom, and I remember going in there back in the 90s and seeing that 10.8 engine. And I remember going in there back in the 90s and seeing that 10.8 engine and just admiring it. And you know, I did ask him a few times if we were ever to sell it to let me know, and of course his answer was always no. 2 years would go by and I would ask him again, hey, do you want to sell it? And the answer was always the same, no. Even my wife went in there a few times for me, and she would ask him, hey, is that engine for sale? And the answer was always no. But about a week ago, that finally came to be where he decided to sell that 10A engine, and at a ridiculously low price. But he knew I was gonna jump on it. He knew I was gonna go ahead and get it rebuilt. He knew I was gonna do something with it. So Dave was just a cool guy, unexpected. Everyone in the showroom was they were just in shock. They were staring, their jaw dropped. And Kyle Mohan was quiet the whole time. I did notice Kyle just run out of that showroom, went over the counter, and just disappeared for like a couple minutes. And as we're trying to get it off, he comes back with his camera and he just starts taking pictures. He starts recording, he starts filming, and he starts speaking on this. He pretty much starts blogging on this 10A engine, and he did put out a video out there on this 10A engine. He gave a little background and history on it and how he worked on it. But it just happened really quick. As soon as I knew it, I had it in the back of my wife's truck, and and it was home. So I just want to share that with you guys. It's a pretty awesome story, and this is an engine that a lot of builders from way back in the day got to see, got to admire. This is a 10.8 engine that no one's gonna ever see again at Mazdatrix, but you know, they'll see it in my car now on the R100, and that's the reason why I bought it, so I could get that R100 running. So I'm gonna have a video where, you know, I tear it down. I want to make a few videos, not only where I tear it down, but where I'm building it, and that way you guys can enjoy, just see how these engines work inside and outside. So hope you guys enjoyed this clip. Thanks for watching. That's right, it's a 10A. Check it out. It's right there. Look at this beauty. Oh yeah. Yep, so I guess I've decided to go with the 10A. Not sure if I'm gonna go stock or Streetport, Bridgeport, I don't know. But this thing's a beauty. You don't see these anymore, at least not complete like this. And seems to have like dual pulleys. I'm not sure if that's original. I'm gonna look into that. It's got another. I don't know. Do some research and see Might just keep those if it is original to this engine. But every nut and bolt is clean. I mean, it's a good way to start off. Am I gonna tear it down? You bet. Tear it down and look. See what's going on inside. Hopefully it's a good running engine. If not, no biggie. Source out some spares if, you know, it's gonna cost me a pretty penny if that's the case. But you know, you don't see this around anymore. Everybody got 13 Bs, 20 Bs, you name it, on these R100s, but 10A, very, very rare nowadays. So yeah, there we go, guys. Stay tuned for the tear down, rebuild. It's gonna get interesting now. Flywheel and everything, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing off. I gotta bring it down. Bring it down for my wife's car. Make sure I don't damage anything. So here we go, guys. Nice.